Right, this video we're going to go ahead and add gravity to our player. So we're going to choose our player object here. It's going to pop open this window. You can see I've already got some movements set up on our player. So I'm going to go down here and click add event, and I'm going to create a step event. So when our player steps, the first thing I need to do is check and see if a player is collision free. So if the position is collision free at 0 and 1 relative to the player, then we're going to set the gravity. We're going to go back here to move, and we're going to set the gravity in the direction of 270 degrees, which is pointing down. We're going to set it to 0.5. You can set it to larger numbers or smaller numbers if you like. Experiment, see which numbers work best for your player and your game. We're also going to have to tell it else. Go back to move, and we're going to again set the gravity. So this is basically telling the game that if our player is standing on something, we don't need to worry about gravity. We're going to set the collision with that object here in a second to control that. So I'm going to leave the gravity at 0. Then I'm going to add another event, and I'm going to create a collision event with the ground tile object. This is the object that I want to pull the player down and stick to. So you can see that. Now we're going to have to set the block here with a move to contact. And we're going to change the direction to 270. We're going to change the maximum to 12. We're going to leave it as solid objects. We're going to hit OK. And then if that is the case, we're going to go ahead and set the vertical speed to 0, which should keep him on the ground tiles. Alright, so let's go ahead and test it out. Click OK. We'll pull up our room here. You can see I've already got my player placed in the room. If you haven't set up your player to move yet and you want to test to see if your gravity works, you can always set your player out here in the middle of somewhere up high, and then when the game starts, if the player falls down to the ground, then you know you've got your gravity set up right. So we're going to go ahead and save it, and then we're going to go ahead and test it out. Alright, so here's my game, and I move my player over, and lo and behold, he falls to the ground. I jump, comes back down. There you have it. You'll notice that he falls to all objects. That is how you set gravity.